TKO Talk.
Like a motherfucker new pull on. Hey, something
Canelo Crawford did go down seemingly without a hitch, and seemed like there were a lot of people there, a lot of celebrities in the house, of course, and overall some decent boxing. Main event, co-main event, and feature bout on the main card were the ones I enjoyed the most. I thought the overall production of this show was over the top, excellent. The lighting is great for what Netflix does. They have very sharp contrast with their reds and blacks, and I really enjoy that. Maybe it's just my TV, I don't know. I thought Allegiant Stadium was a great place to have this. I do like that venue. I was there for the very first event to happen, which was SummerSlam a few years back, and I've always thought it was a superior venue, except for everything failing that night that we were there. I think the promotion and the lead up to this card, this event, was very well done, and most of it was all high quality. Wasn't lazy or brain rot, you know. All of it seemed to fit together. The weekend was absolutely enormous for TKO to have gone through SmackDown, AAA Worlds Collide, UFC Noche 3 or Noche UFC, and Canelo Crawford. Not to mention the PBR was there too, but not in Las Vegas. TKO continues to fire on all cylinders, and now more than ever am I able to realize and see the synergy between all the promotions as far as the rollouts of events go, as far as the shotgun blasts of media and news information, as far as promotion on social media goes, as far as the treatment of media or social media content creators goes. It's all starting to feel like it's under one umbrella, and I've been talking about this for 2 years now. Netflix has a good thing going with boxing events. The Mike Tyson thing did have its issues, but the presentation of it was awesome, and they quickly made up with that, given they have to do weekly WWE Raw. The following Monday, I do believe, Raw was coming up, maybe 2 weeks later or something. Not one hiccup, not one complaint regarding. They got on top of that very quick. And with this second outing with TKO and Turki Al-Sheikh, Sila, and Riyadh season, they put out another banger. I'm talking about the production. I'm talking about the live event, the streaming of it itself. I have to give it a B+, not an A-, and the reason for that would be not all the way their fault, but the pacing of the event itself. The pacing of the event itself, just a tad slow, and I'm putting it nicely. Not everything needed to drag the way it did. I do understand that the airtime bought up, etc. However, we could have paced it up a little bit. The introductions I didn't think were all that epic for Canelo or Terrence Crawford. I thought they were going to be much larger. They weren't bad or anything. It was just not what I had envisioned, given the grand scale of the whole thing and the promotion of it and how heavy the energy felt, right? Of course, Terrence Crawford's entrance with the song from the movie Desperado, performed by Antonio Banderas, one of my favorite songs of all time, also used by Ilya Topuria to walk out with. By the way, okay, good little zing and whatnot. Please don't let those two box, okay? We don't need to see that at all whatsoever. Watching the main event, all I can really say about it is it felt and seemed like Terrence Crawford was ahead of Canelo one step or more the entire time. How that happened, I don't know. Wrong game plan, wrong strategy. I think maybe Canelo was thinking his power was going to carry some kind of success, but Crawford was not only somewhat disrespectful of the dude's power, he also wasn't buying any feints. He wasn't letting Canelo have any time to kind of figure out what's going on. He was splitting timing, then double up on timing, tripling up. Dude's amazing. Probably the best ever. That was incredible to see, and I don't really care what either of them do anymore. That was an awesome fight. Canelo's given me plenty of great fights. If they do a rematch, I don't know, man. I don't think it's going to go any different unless they rematch a year from now or something like that, just to try to let Terrence, age up a little more or whatever. But even then, I don't know. That he's able to do it at that age in 3 different weight classes, man, is against Canelo Canelo for the third at 168, by the way. That's pretty fucking incredible, man. I'm glad I got to see that. And I am very grateful I was able to understand what I was watching. It's not an analytical channel. There's plenty of people that'll break it down, but that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful.
You like that? Motherfucker, you want the brand new hottest shit that was recorded in the kitchen today. This is supper time. This shit will help a motherfucker eat. This will help a motherfucker sleep. This shit right here will fucking give you wet dreams, motherfucker. Come on now.
You know, Callum Walsh is an interesting dude. I like the way that he fights. I would like to see more. I don't know how much of a diehard fan I am, but definitely someone worth tuning into, at least in my opinion. I know people have their opinions of him because of his association with Dana White, but his style of boxing does appeal to me, and maybe he goes places. We'll see with this whole Zuffa boxing. I really am confident in thinking that Walsh is one that Dana plans to put at the forefront of the promotion. You know, rightfully so. Dude looks good, in my opinion. I know some people hate on him, don't even think he's that good of a boxer. I'm gonna reserve my opinion, but I do like his style of boxing. That's what I'll say at that. The Billy and Martinez fight, I think that's what it was. That was a great fight. That was the dude with the rat tail. That was an amazing fight. Loved that one. I did like some of the celebrity appearances. Some seemed a little off. You know, I think for the first event that the TKO group is involved with as far as boxing goes, on the surface level, seemed like, oh, this is great, good stuff, super fights and whatnot. Some people are going to pick it apart. Some people are going to overly glaze it. Overall, I enjoyed the fights themselves, and ultimately that's what it comes down to for me. But there's something just special about seeing fights put in such sweet polish, perfect stream. I had no issues. I don't know about anyone else other than the pacing. Like I said, it just looks so pretty and modern, and I want to see more of it. I hope they do more interesting fights, more super fights. I don't consider Jake Paul and Tank a super fight. It'll be something we're all gonna watch, I know, but that's not gonna be Canelo Crawford. And we all know that as well. I don't know all the deets of how big of or how much of a success this was for everybody involved financially. On my end, I can say I had a good time watching it. And it's also a cool thing that Bud Crawford got to do this on such a large platform and just take all that star power from Canelo. Not to say Canelo's done, rotted, or his star is diminished, but let's be real, how many of you out there knew who Terrence Crawford was before he fought Canelo Alvarez on Netflix? And if you're one of them, honestly, then you don't need to say anything because I'm not talking to you. The answer is not many. And that dude seemed hungrier, got the old chip on the shoulder type of vibe, you know what I mean? And he was very confident. And I can't believe what he did in there, dude. That was crazy. That's my takeaway for the night itself and the weekend itself, which, by the way, wasn't even everything was focused on this fight. Meaning everything under TKO group was focused from Smack. I know a bunch of y'all motherfuckers don't watch all of this shit. This was promoted across the entire spectrum of TKO. It was on SmackDown on AAA Worlds Collide, which is the Mexican promotion that WWE has recently absorbed. It was on UFC Embedded. It was on their YouTube channels. It was the ads on their channels for the YouTube channels. And all of it was done so well. And in my opinion, it's kind of a cool thing. The aggressiveness of the promotion could be pulled back just a little bit, maybe, for the next one. And I say that because this event was cool as shit, and all the promotion was, and Las Vegas was decorated crazy and all that, but not the card itself or the night had the full energy of the promotion. Hope that makes sense. That's why I give it a B-, but I had a hell of a night, and that was just part of it. Noche UFC wasn't half bad either.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfucker.